Yeah, I'm Hamsa Lakshmi, PhD research scholar in the Department of Pharmacognosy, JSS College of Pharmacy, JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research, Mysuru, Karnataka. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to present my part of research work in this international platform. And title of my study is Activity Guided Fractionation and Identification of Active Ingredients of Aerial Parts of Trichodesma indicum. When coming to the introduction, inflammation. We all know about the inflammation. It is a common response for external stimuli of many of the diseases, and it's a protective mechanism to eliminate, dilute, or destroy or neutralize the stimulus. But uncontrolled inflammation or the chronic inflammation causes serious effects like autoimmune disorders, neurodegenerative disorders, asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, etc. But there are some drugs to treat the uncontrolled chronic inflammation, that is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs or steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. But unfortunately, these drugs show some series of side effects. So to overcome the side effects, we are looking for plant-derived medicines to suppress the inflammation since ancient times. And these plant-derived medicines are economic, efficacious, and safe with the lesser side effects. So here we've identified one important medicinal herb, which is traditionally, that is the Trichodesma indicum, which is traditionally valuable medicinal herb belonging to the Boraginaceae family, used to treat arthralgia, arthritis, wound healing, joint disorders, diarrhea, dysentery, etc. And this Trichodesma indicum has potential anti-inflammatory activity and had been conventionally used to treat inflammatory disorders. So therefore, the research was aimed to investigate the anti-inflammatory effects of Trichodesma indicum and partially purified fractions of Trichodesma indicum through mRNA expression studies in lipopolysaccharide activated raw 264.7 cells. Aim and objectives. The present study was undertaken to conduct bioassay activity guided fractionation using in vitro anti-inflammatory activity to identify the inhibitory compounds from extracts of aerial parts of Trichodesma indicum in lipopolysaccharide induced inflammation on raw macrophages. And coming to the materials and the methods, initially we have collected the plant, that is the Trichodesma indicum, commonly called as Adapushpi, which was collected locally in and around the Mysore region, and which was authenticated by the taxonomist, that is Jayaraman, Chennai Plant Anatomy Research Center. And the collected materials were powdered using the mechanical grinder, and which was extracted by successive solvent extraction method using the solvents from non-polar to polar, that is N-hexane, ethyl acetate, ethanol by Soxhlet method, and finally aqueous extraction by maceration method. And these extracts were then taken for the cell viability assay, that is MTT assay, and after that we have gone for evaluation of anti-inflammatory activity using IL-6, IL-beta, TNF-alpha, INOS, COX-2 genes on raw cells in LPS-induced inflammation. So after that, we found N-hexane extract was a more effective extract, and all the extracts have shown anti-inflammatory activity, but among the extract, N-hexane extract has shown better activity, and which was taken for further fractionation using flash chromatography. And here we have got so many fractions, and we have pooled the fractions according to the RF values by TLC. So here we got 5 fractions, that is fraction A, fraction B, fraction C, fraction D, and E. So again, in the similar way, we have taken all these fractions for cell viability assay by MTT assay method, and again, evaluation of the anti-inflammatory activity using all the 5 above mentioned 5 genes on raw macrophages in LPS-induced inflammation. So here also, all the fractions have shown better anti-inflammatory activity, but among these fractions, fraction A and fraction E has shown better activity. Then we have taken these 2 fractions for identification of the phytochemical constituents by GCMS, gas chromatography, and mass spectroscopy. Next, results and discussion. So here, this is the graphical representation of MTT results of MTT assay and MTT assay of the extracts, and this is the graphical representation of MTT assay of fractions. So here we have taken the concentrations from 31.25 microgram per ml to 500 microgram per ml for extracts as well as fractions. So here from 30 microgram per ml to 250 microgram per ml, the extracts does not show any toxic effects. So we have here in the graph, y-axis shows the percentage viability of the cells from 30 microgram per ml to 250 microgram per ml. The cell viability was more than 80%, which was compared with the control group. And in case of 500 microgram per ml, all the extracts, hexane extract, ethyl acetate, ethanol, and aqueous extract has shown slightly toxic. So we have selected 250 microgram per ml was the safer optimum concentration for the evaluation of anti-inflammatory activity. So in the similar way, we have tested fractions. Cell viability fractions for the cell viability through MTT assay. Here also, all the fractions are safe from 30 microgram to 250 microgram per ml. Only the 500 microgram per ml has shown slightly toxic effect. So here we have selected 120 microgram per ml as the safer concentration for further evaluation of anti-inflammatory activity. Next, so here effect of the Trichodesma indicum extracts and the fractions of N-hexane extract of N-hexane extract for the IL-6, IL-beta, TNF-alpha, INOS, and COX-2. These are the inflammatory markers, and we have evaluated our extracts and fractions. This is the graphical representation of results of all the 4 extracts: hexane extract, ethyl acetate, ethanol, and aqueous extract. And these are the graphical representation of effects of fractions of an hexane extract of Trichodesma indicum on all the 5 genes. So here, in case of extracts on these genes, all the extracts have shown better. Here LPS we have taken to induce the inflammation. When compared to the control group, LPS levels has been increased and the inflammation has been induced, and all the extracts have shown the inhibitory effect. So among these effects, among these extracts, hexane extract has shown better anti-inflammatory activity in IL-beta, TNF-alpha, then COX-2 genes. So we have selected this N-hexane extract for the further fractionation. So here in the fractions, among the 5 fractions, fraction A and fraction E has shown the better activity, and which was further taken for the identification through GCMS. So this is the chromatogram of fraction A of N-hexane extract of Trichodesma indicum plant. So here we have identified 21 phytochemical compounds. Among these compounds, 1,2-benzene dicarboxylic acid diisooctyl ester, as well as 9-octadecanoic acid methyl ester was the major compounds. So we assume that the activity might be due to this major compounds, and due to the major compounds, and further isolation is needed to clarify this activity. So this is the graphical chromatogram of fraction E of Trichodesma, N-hexane extract of Trichodesma indicum. Here we have identified the 11 bioactive phytochemical compounds, and among these compounds, 1,2-benzene dicarboxylic acid diisooctyl ester was the major compound, and we thought it may be a major compound might be responsible for the anti-inflammatory activity, and further isolation is needed for the clarification. So conclusion, the present study demonstrated that the extracts and fractions of Trichodesma indicum inhibited IL-6, IL-beta, INOS, COX-2, TNF-alpha expression in LPS, that is lipopolysaccharide stimulated raw to 64.7 macrophages. And chemical composition of the fractions, that is fraction A and fraction E of N-hexane extract of Trichodesma indicum plant closely related to their biological activity. Based on the results, it is concluded that Trichodesma indicum may be a good candidate for the treatment of inflammatory associated disorders, and the identified compounds could be promising lead compounds for the novel anti-inflammatory agents. Further isolation and signaling mechanism by which the bioactive constituents exert their anti-inflammatory activity to be investigated. And in addition to that, animal studies are required to study its bioactivity and drug distribution in an animal model. So finally, I would like to acknowledge the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, New Delhi, for providing the Inspire Fellowship to carry out the research. These are some of the references I have referred for my study. Thank you very much for your patient listening.